Hello YouTube! YouTube back with another gameplay and another recent pickup. Probably obvious from this awesomely epic video. Yeah! It's Sonic 3D Flickies Island, as it was subtitled. 1996, very late release on the Mega Drive. Definitely a game that... Marmite game, as I'd call it. The demo's playing away there. Some people don't mind it, in fact, can quite enjoy it. Others think it's terrible, and I can understand why. I have to say, I found when the first time I played it, like the video that they had at the start, you know, to see that type of video on a standard Mega Drive cartridge was incredibly impressive, even if it is compressed to hell. So let's start. Flickies are mysterious birds. They live... You know, these birds, and this flying around birds things, for whatever reason, maybe it's the pre-rendered graphics too, reminds me of Donkey Kong Country 3 and the banana birds. I don't know why, but it just does. So yeah, go rescue the Flickies from Robotnik and his evil Flicky plan. I do quite like this music, I have to say. Very fits this, you know, very much fits the Sonic vibe. But even now, like I haven't played this in quite a long time. I have cleared it. I've played the Mega Drive and cleared it, and I've played the PC and cleared it. Never owned it back in the day properly. Well, I think I owned it on PC, but I mean on the Mega Drive. I rented it quite a few times and cleared it a few times, but the controls are slippy, I will definitely say that, and it's hard to land, you know, or to know where you're landing. Because, and that's an isometric thing in general. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. In fact, this game would have worked out a lot better, and Tails ends up down here, or is it Knuckles? One of the guys that leads you to the bonus zone. If this game had the kind of homing attack that you see in modern Sonic games, it would have really helped that issue. So, there's 5 badniks in each section of the level. There can be more than one section in a level. And each time you kill a badnik, they pop out a Flickies kind of capture inside. That was a story, and you rescue them all, and you can go on to the next stage. So, there's different rings too. I think this is I think this one brings rings to you. It's like a magnet or something. I could be mistaken. So, fire down, and there's Knuckles. So, let's go to the bonus stage with Knuckles. He takes all your rings, the bastard. Collect 50 rings! And this is very much kind of following on from the Sonic 2 style thing. Although trying to do a pseudo, you know, an alternative form of pseudo 3D. Very Mode 7-esque too, which is interesting because the Mega Drive had no native hardware for doing that. So I'm doing okay. I've got no rings to go apparently. Probably 100 then. Yeah, as I guessed. Back in the day I actually got pretty decent at this, you know, the controls, and had no problem with them, but I'll probably muck up big time. There we go. Okay, this is 150, yeah. I think I'll safely get 150, nearly had 150 that time. Oh well, just well I have extra. Trying to get fancy and slip through the two of them. So there we go, the red Chaos Emerald, or is that orange? Probably red. And Sonic shows off his moves. So, back down to 0 rings because the bastard stole them. Ah! So, if you are going after the Chaos Emeralds properly, you kind of have to go back and collect everything. I forgot you lose your shield. That's a major thing. Although I can probably get... And those Sonic things, they're not live, they're continues. So you see, I've already got 2 continues. You can build up a lot of continues and whatnot in this game. There we go. You know, in Sonic 1, of course, you had the breakable checks, and that's kind of the implementation of those in 3D Blast. It was called 3D Blast in the Saturn, which always makes me think it's 3D Blast here, but nope, 3D Flickies Island. Of course, Sega made, you know, a big deal about this, that there was, you know, a 3D Sonic game coming out. You know, and I remember reading Sega Saturn magazine. I didn't have a Saturn and knew I wouldn't for quite a while. The price was, you know, crazy. There we go. So, you know, to hear that they were producing another Sonic game, you know, a 3D one, not that it's really 3D in the same sense, was awesome. And, like, I mean, I was going to laugh. I remember the announcement was something like a Virtua Fighter and Sonic. Oh, bloody hell. Of course, when you take a hit, all your flickies piss off as well. Look, come back. Thankfully, they didn't go too far that time. I had hoped to keep my rings in case I met Tails. So that was quite the announcement for 16-bit gaming, and it was really Sega's last spurt of effort to support the 16-bit console. After that, it was very much a case of drop everything for the set. Whoop. Of course, they have mines, and they got that cannon. And one of the failings that people pointed out about the game was, well, you can only have 5 badniks per zone, which kind of limits the number of obstacles. So what they done was, you know, introduce more non-character enemies, kind of like cannons and, you know, environmental things, you could say. And it does get somewhat tricky, although part of that is down to somewhat awkward controls. There's no denying it. Compared to your typical 2D Sonic, it does not handle anywhere near as nicely. It probably handles as well as it can for a 3D game. So there's the end of the level. With this level, it's only got 2 segments. I think there's more in a few cases. So you need more flickies to get that continue. Each flicky kind of extends your height from a spring, because they bounce higher than you. Moving along. Oh, missed the rings, but have enough if I need Tails now anyway. I think I could have spin dashed down here. Oh no, don't don't do that. I do kind of like that the flickies get your shield too. It's a nice little touch. I think there's something hidden up here. Yeah. Wow. Let's get this, even though it'll probably cause me nothing but aggravation. So you can see you can really rack up a crap ton of continued in this game. Jeez. Oh, I love that sound effect. Wasn't that Sonic 3 or was it Sonic and Knuckles? I always think of them as one anyway, so I'm missing 2 more. And because there's only exactly the required amount, you can end up with us, you know, chasing, you know, running around going, where the hell are the last enemies? God, there he is. Figured he had to be somewhere around here. Now, if I go back to the very start of the level, I think that's where Tails is. Yep, there we are, Tails. Hello. Let's see if we can continue on and get another case emerald. Blue, I'm guessing this time. Oh, shit. I didn't really read what I required. I'm guessing it's probably a lot of time it's 50, 100 and so on. Did it, but not as comfortably as the first one. Of course, this ended up... Oh, you don't want to do that when you're getting near the end of a section. This ended up being the Saturn's kind of Sonic game too. which I don't know why I paused there. It was kind of a disappointment when Sonic Extreme, or whatever they were going to call it, didn't pan out. So, green. So if you know your stuff, you can kind of burn through the, the case emeralds and whatnot fairly fast, because I haven't finished level 1 and I've got 2 of them. Go, I'm back at the start of level 1. Which is why you might notice that there's no timer. I mean, there is an in-game timer, but, yeah, Sonic. Oh, continue things gone. Interesting. You would be all day, or if you couldn't, if you were tracking people per time, some of the levels, when you end up chasing Flickies, it would make it more aggro than it's worth. Just about done. Oh, nasty. Ooh, there we go. I'll probably leave it there as well, because, as I said, this is a long enough game. I'd say I was up on 10 minutes just in that level. 606. I suppose the bonus times as well. And that kind of sets the tone. Decent enough game, but I can totally see why people are turned off. It also, because it was late, and yeah, it's a Sonic game, it did sell reasonably well. It was a success for Traveller Tales, who of course made the LEGO games now, but it's nowhere near as common as the other Sonic games. Boing. So it is a little trickier to get it for nothing. Oh, of course you can drop the Flickies off one by one instead of trailing them all, which, as you've seen, you can lose them. But if you don't keep your Flickies, you can miss items like that. So yeah, I wouldn't say everyone should pick this one up because, well, not everyone's going to like it. It's definitely an acquired taste. Not your average Sonic game, even if it does try to be. Look, Sonic's hand tough. So yeah, we leave it there. Give it a go, but some people are definitely going to hate this. And we'll see you again soon with another video and possibly more gameplay. I'm not too sure what's really coming up. And yeah, thanks for watching and click to subscribe.